swear to God. Bro, get out of here. Here? Yes. I think so. Don't you dare try. I'm scared to walk away. Some basil. I feel like I swear to God, bro. Never want to love me when I want to love you, but when I'm trying to do some, here you are. Here you are. Happy Mother's Day, y'all. Who's a mama? Mamas with, what am I trying to say? For me, personally, I believe you don't have to have a grown-ass kid to be a mama because these freaking cats keep me on my toes. So, as you can see, so yes, your girl's hungover. Yes, I've been drinking. And to be honest with you, I've been having fun, and I haven't been going overboard. What I'm trying to say is, you know, I cannot bounce back like I used to. You know, I just don't know my limits. That's my issue. Oh, we got that banana boat on Amazon. I can put it down below because, you know, I get everything from Amazon because I'm basic. You find so much stuff on Amazon. Not today. So I got some spring rolls with shrimp inside. I got my Coke, water, and blue Powerade. So back in the day, for me, I always say back in the day, but you know, when I say that, it's like within 10 years. Unless I specifically tell you. I guess the time doesn't really matter, but unless I'm saying, hey, this was like early 2000s, you know? What was you talking about? Back in my day. Oh, I used to do blue Powerade and Chipotle anytime I had a hangover, and it would work. Speaking of, the last time I tried to do mukbang for y'all, I lost it. I literally lost it. I don't have the file. I know. I'm still upset about it. I don't have the file anymore. But it's okay because my ass thought it would be a bright idea to eat Johnny's beef the day after Cinco de Mayo when your girl was wasty pants, okay? Like, I drank way too many Modelos. Oh, it was just over. So, I went back to Johnny's, and the video was kind of weird to begin with. I was kind of in a weird mood. I guess getting back into the swing of things. But the food was just falling apart. I still really wasn't feeling good. And I ate 2 sandwiches for y'all. I ate a combo and I ate a basic Italian beef. Not anything you haven't seen before, so it's not like, you know, all is lost. But I'm not going to talk about it because we're eating, but I got really sick that night. And I did not know that you should not, this is for y'all who don't know this, you shouldn't eat greasy food after a hangover because it might feel good for the time being, but I didn't get sick until I ate it around 3 or 4. 3. I didn't get sick till later that night. But yeah, so needless to say, I'm probably not going to be doing Italian beefs for a while, if ever again, because it was just not okay. I'm trying to get everything for y'all, but we're just gonna, you know, I've said I need to stop apologizing for things because I know I'm not going to please all of you. But, you know, the real ones are here to stay. I just hope she's okay. She reminds me of my cousin, so that's why I like watching her. I saw Trisha Paytas look like at Home Goods the other day, y'all. I wanted to take a picture, but I think that's why I have social anxiety, because everyone's a paparazzi these days. We all have cameras and video on our phones. And I know people have taken pictures of me randomly. You know, I want the world to see. I want to see, like, she looked exactly like her. It's crazy to think that we all have doppelgangers out there. I'm just wondering if she already looked like that, and it just so happens that she looks similar to Trisha, or if she tried to look like her on purpose, because I know somebody whose brother looks exactly like the Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives guy, Guy Fieri. But it just so happened that the guy was already a chef and had the same exact beard and you know, he has like blonde hair, and it was a very specific look. He had the same thing even before Guy Fieri was famous. I even found some girl who looks like me today. But, you know, they say there can only be one you, but what if there's multiple yous on the same timeline in different dimensions? You know how many times I've heard somebody say, "You look familiar. Where do I know you from? I've seen you before. I know you." I've heard it so many different times. I'm like, bro, I have a doppelganger out there or multiple, because I just hope she's living her best life, you know? Crazy. I guess there's only a certain amount of people, like, we're all cut from the same cloth, right? And after a certain point, everyone kind of just looks similar in their own ways. I had heard that there's only a certain number of prototypes of people, up to 12 or 14 different looks. Yeah. I was sad about losing that mukbang, but it just wasn't meant to be. I don't know how I could go back to it to edit it knowing how the outcome of it happened, you know? But yeah, don't eat greasy foods when you're hungover. What else has been going on with me? Yeah, I don't really drink on the weekdays anymore. Like, I'll celebrate the week drinking on a Friday or Saturday. Like, I don't ever want to be hungover when I have to go to work the next day ever again. Maybe just be a distraction. You know, you always hear people say, oh, I'm not a drinker. Well, I would say that I'm not a drinker, but I've been drinking. I've been telling myself I should stop drinking though. It's just fun. Not all the time though. Not how I'm feeling the day after. Feeling shitty is just not a good feeling. And we went to some new guy's house of mutual friends. I don't really care for him, but he invited us over. We're cordial. And I didn't eat his food. For some reason, I was just like, I feel like if I eat this guy's food, I'm going to shit my brains out at this party. And Jonathan said the food wasn't that good. It was really burnt. So that didn't help. Not eating didn't help. But if you don't have arrachera, aka skirt steak, on frickin', oh look at Tiny, Cinco de Mayo, I can have burgers and hot dogs at 4th of July, you know? Yeah. You know? And I'm a job hopper because I've just been trying to find my thing for so long. But this one seems to be the most promising. You know, you have to, I personally, I cannot not work, you know? I have to be here in order to get to the next level. But yeah, the real catalyst for me at that last place, other than the tipping point of what happened, if y'all know that story, go back because I'm not telling it again. So personally for me, every job that I've had, there's no rules in Illinois of when you should take breaks or whatnot, but every job I had been to before would give you at least one 15-minute break. So, you know, all I asked for was a break. You know, I asked my boss, I was like, hey, you know, I just need a 15-minute break to get away from this bits because my manager, my micro-managey ass manager was sitting next to me all the time. We just sat right next to each other. And it was awful. So, mind you, my then boss, so there was Michael was the boss, and then Bryn was my direct boss. But the head honcho owner guy was Michael. But Bryn was she was just all over the place. She just had this power play, and it was just very strange. and her logic was weird. Like sometimes she would legitimately gaslight me. One time I was like, oh, when you went up to go to the printer, and she's like, I never did that. And I was like, oh really? So you're just gonna tell me that what I saw happen didn't happen? Okay. I was like, oh, okay. And then I forgot there was a day where, just one day, I wanted a break. So this one day, I wanted a 15-minute break. It was so nice. So I'm like, can I just go? I'm like, I need a break. I'm not gonna take a lunch. I just need a break to step away and not be around this girl. You know, she can be a lot. And he was fine with it. Michael was fine with it. And then she was sitting there talking to Michael while I'm sitting there, and she's like, she has to clock out. Every job that I've ever had, you know, they have to clock out for 15-minute breaks. And I was like, really? Because every job I've ever had, I've never had to clock out for 15-minute breaks. And Michael did make a decision right in front of her. And then later on, he's like, I was like, Michael, I need a break. Like, do you want me to clock out or not? And he was just like, no. I really wanted to ask her and be like, what's your logic? But I know her ass would have been like, because I'm the manager. And I hated it too, because she was already doing things that like I was hired to do. So it's just like, why am I here? You know? I think she feels threatened by her position, because I think what they're gonna do is once I learn everything, they're just gonna let her go. Because she actually sucks. Like, she's good at her job, but she just never shows up. She's constantly calling off. Something I've done before in the past too, when I didn't like my job. You know, she doesn't care. She knows she can get away with whatever she's doing. So she's just like one of those people. Like, I'm happy there. I'd give it a solid 8 out of 10. The last place I'd give it a 6, but this is a solid 8. You know, we have our good days, but I hear noises. You know, I'm blessed to have a job. I am, because it took me 3 months and I was fucking down. And the other place is just a dead-end job. This is not a dead-end job. This is my foot in the door to what I want to do, to the healthcare world, to the wellness world. And it's taking me a long time to try and find. And I'm going to just try not to be stressed. We do work well together. They're not micromanagers. It's just, she's very, very out there. Like, too out there, you know? The type of person that tells you all of their business within a day of meeting you. Kind of like, you know those people who just want attention and they tell these crazy stories about their lives just so they can get pity? So yeah, I mean, you guys are my therapy. Sometimes I don't feel like I have someone else to talk to about everything that's going on in my life, who might genuinely care and may be able to relate to this shit, because I'm just like, what the fuck is actually happening? Like, what is my life? Oh man. You know what? I just feel bad for Sweetie Snacker, because I can't even imagine the amount of people that have bullied her. And I just wish that, I just hope that one day she just doesn't entertain it at all. At all. But I just think she's such a gentle soul who's just trying to find her way in this world. She's probably my favorite mukbanger for sure. But I just can't watch some of the stuff that I'm just like, oh, sweetie, no. Like, I really just don't know what's authentic and what's not. I would love to meet her someday, but I feel like that would go south really fast. Man. Thanks for bearing with me with my name changes. Those are also the impulses of my drunken decisions. Like at the time, I feel like I'm just this alternate ego and I'm like, yeah, this seems like a really good idea. And then I'm like, shit, what the fuck did I do? And then I have to wait like 14 days before I can change my name again. So yeah, it's just simply me, Lauren G. And this pho was actually pretty delicious, even though I didn't really make a dent on it. It did hit the spot. You know, I drank my water, I took my ibuprofen, I got my pho on. I'm okay. Oh my God. He's like, I really don't know how you made it alone. Like, how do you made it this far in your life? Bruh. Give me food. Give me love. Give me your attention. Work romances don't ever go over well. Good luck, honey boo boo. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for letting me vent. I feel alive again. And I'm gonna just try not to let things get to me, but they're gonna get to me, and I'm gonna let them go. Because you know what? Years down the line, it's not even gonna matter. I know my truth. I know I'm handling shit the best I can. And if bitches want to square up, let's go. Okay? Because I went to an all-girls school, and we can talk more about that and those bitches. But man, it's stories, man. But all I know is that dick can be evil. Because it's been, all of my issues with women, most of them have all been over a man. For what? For what? It's not that great. It's not that great. Okay, whatever, I'm having fun in my corner. It was all over a dude. Like, you can have him. Did you have fun? Did you have fun? Because I don't think you did, bitch. I mean, that was the first love of my life. And that was probably the biggest heartache I've ever faced. Like, I remember crying my eyes out in my mom's arms. And she's like, it'll pass. You won't feel this way forever. So yeah, I remember that of my mom. That's a good memory I have. She has been there for me when it matters. But yeah, that one hurt. That one hurt a lot, because I was also simultaneously bullied at school by the girls that he was cheating on me with. I never got that. Like, why are these girls treating me like I'm the one that hooked up with their man? You know, it was so psychologically effed up. So yeah, I mean, I'm working through my traumas. I'm moving on from the past by talking about it and sharing it in hopes that You guys also face some fucking narcissistic bullshit. This was narcissism before narcissism was a thing, before we all talked about it on the internet. You know, this was the original one. This was the gaslighter, manipulator, narcissist. It's crazy. But you never know. Like, he told me he didn't believe in karma. He told me that, and I wonder if he believes in it now, or if he's ever gonna believe in it. But yeah, dick is evil. Dick and marijuana, not at the same time, have been a lot of like the bane of like my existence when it comes to other women and relationships. Marijuana, when it comes to just hanging out with the wrong crowd. Because we didn't have dispensaries back in my day. Again, back in my days within 10 years. And if they did, that would have saved me a lot of headache from driving to the west side at 3 a.m. True story. Please be careful out there. You know, tits up. Like, if I can give myself one piece of advice, is just, I don't want to say follow your instincts, because there's been times where I thought my instincts were right and I was wrong. But when you know you have to leave a situation, like, you know it, leave. Because you put up with that bullshit for too long, you're just going to get walked over like a doormat. But, yeah. Fuck. Audie's okay now. Like, I talked to him many years ago, and he's like, you taught me a lesson, and, you know, I prevailed, and I didn't become an asshole. I'm still looking for love. So, that's good. Yeah, I was a jerk, too. I'm not going to say I wasn't. But, yeah. If I could go back in time, I probably would have never even entertained Audie. I think I just did it as boredom and just to see what I can get away with and have somebody be absolutely, completely obsessed with me. And that was fun, but it was just, I don't even know how it ended. I think I just told him one day, like, I don't want to be with your ass. He was really ugly, but he had a banging bod. Like, he was definitely a butterface for sure. But him face. Everything but his face, yeah. Ooh. But, yeah, I don't know. I was ruthless. It's like, the people who hurt me, I try to find other people to hurt. Like, hurt people. That's what I did. But yeah, I mean, we're in a better place now, y'all. We're a little mature, a little more mature, a little wiser. But yeah, I mean, we got stories, and this is just a start. This is definitely just a start, so we'll see where it goes.